All right, what is up? Welcome to Speed Truth Sports. I'm Bert. Today I'm joined by Dorjee, and we are talking about what is going on in Jacksonville, man. What is happening to this franchise, bro? A lot of it is centering around just Urban Meyer and what he's done. I know everyone's heard about the recent controversy he's been in with supposedly quote unquote cheating on his wife. Well, we're going to talk about that, but we're going to talk about more than just that. We're going to take a look back on what Urban Meyer's done throughout his entire career so far in his short NFL stint so far with the Jacksonville Jaguars. So the first thing he did that caused a big controversy was he hired Chris Doyle, who was accused of making racist comments and belittling players during Iowa. He hired him after that. And so after everybody just destroyed Urban Meyer for doing that, Doyle just resigned himself. He didn't even get fired. He resigned. Signing Tim Tebow as a tight end, it's not really I wouldn't say it's a bad. I wouldn't say it was a bad move. It just didn't work out. I do want to take a moment to shout out where I'm getting this from. This list of everything he's done. Ghetto Gronk on Instagram. Shout out to you for putting this stuff together. Go follow him at Ghetto Gronk. But yeah, then after that, he drafted a running back in the first round. The one position they did not need any help with, they had James Robinson, who was elite. They got him as an undrafted free agent, right? So that they had a lot of good production there, and they just said, "Nah, we're just going to go with Travis Etienne." When they have so many holes everywhere on the roster, especially their god-awful defense.
And to interrupt, Bert, I believe Travis Etienne got injured in preseason or like just before it. Yep. I think he's out for the whole season. So they basically just wasted like a whole first-round pick on someone who's not even playing. So
yeah, makes the pick look 10 times worse. And Urban Meyer admitted openly that he was actually trying to draft Kadarius Toney. And so now if you're Travis Etienne, you're like, bro, like, why would you say that? Like, it just so many bad PR moves with the Jaguars. But we're not done there. They told reporters that they were going to cut players due to their vaccination status, and that launched an NFLPA investigation. Not a smart move, man. Even if you're doing it, don't say you're doing it.
Yeah, I know, man.
They cut Trevor Lawrence's reps in half. So they had an open QB competition between Gardner Minshew and Trevor Lawrence. And obviously, everyone knew Trevor Lawrence was going to win. He was the number one overall pick. You don't just not start that guy. But he took away half of his reps to play Gardner Minshew, who he eventually just traded for a 6th-round pick. So he took away valuable minutes and playing time in training camp away from their 1st-round pick so they could play a guy to trade him for a 6th. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. They traded CJ Henderson, which I'm not sure if that was a horrible thing to do because I heard he was having off the field issues. But the package they got for him was really, really bad, man. I mean, they sent CJ in a 5th for Dan Arnold in the 3rd. I love Dan Arnold, bro. But they need defense. They need something other than just a tight end who can catch passes. They have pass catchers on this team. They do not need more. And just the value in general. They're trading a 1st and a 5th for a 3rd and Dan Arnold. Like, the value doesn't add up there, right? Dorjee, I mean, we all expected the Jaguars to at least win their first game against the Texans, right? Most people expect. Yeah. So how do you feel about them starting 0-4?
I mean, just to come back to like that Texans game, they got blown out. Like, I did not expect that. Like, it's the Texans. Like, no offense to any Houston, supporters, but their defense is pretty lackluster, and their offense, it's not terrible. It's all right, but like they had no Deshaun Watson, and it just like comes to show like how bad the Jaguars defense actually is. As like after that they got blown out, and I believe against I forgot the team in week 2. I know they lost against the Bengals.
They lost against the Broncos by 10, and then they lost.
Yeah, the Broncos.
They got blown up by the Cardinals, which I'll
makes sense. But like and the Bengals game was the closest they blew a 14-0 lead after halftime. So I don't know, man. And also like their questionable decisions with their front office, as you mentioned before, drafting a running back when they already had James Robinson, who was really good in his rookie season. It doesn't add up, man.
And continuing to the most recent controversy. So Urban Meyer didn't travel. He chose not to travel with the team after they lost to Cincinnati this past week. And then a viral video emerged of Urban Meyer inappropriately touching another woman who is not his wife.
And it was much younger than him?
Yes, significantly younger than him. And
I was getting turned up in Jacksonville, like at his bar he owns. He just
it's a bar he owns that this happened in. And look, man, Urban Meyer is a guy who preaches a lot about, how to raise boys into men, how to turn young men and give them good values, good Christian values. But then he turns around and does something like this. I mean, he admitted it was a mistake. He admitted shouldn't have done any of that stuff. But like, man, you still did it at the end of the day. Like, it's hard to take it back. I don't know what's going on in his home life, but I hope he's well. I hope he's doing okay. Man, you cannot get caught more red-handed and in 4K than Urban Meyer did in that video.
It's kind of hard to like defend his actions, honestly. Like, it just makes him look like a huge hypocrite. So yeah,
it so bad. And I just can't even believe that this like happened in the first place, but also I can't believe that it came out. Like, someone was like, yo, is that Urban Meyer? Started recording him and he didn't realize. I'm laughing because of how messed up the situation is. It's so dumb.
Honestly, like, I just feel so bad for like the players like involved. Yeah. Like, I know like it must be like a lot of tension now in the locker room, especially since I heard like I think today or yesterday he like apologized to the team, and they're laughing at his face. Like, that comes to show like how bad it is now.
What was weird was that he didn't apologize to the whole team. He apologized at once. No, he didn't apologize all at once. He took each individual position group and like apologized to them. So like he apologized to the wide receivers, and then to the tight ends, and then to the quarterbacks. Like,
that's so bad, bro. Just do it to the whole team.
Yeah, just say it, man. And he also canceled. He canceled a whole Monday team meeting because after dealing with the backlash or whatever. Look, man, I feel bad for the Jaguars fans, franchises, for the players, for the coaches under Urban Meyer. And I also feel bad for Urban Meyer's wife, man. Come on, bro.
Yeah, man.
He has to watch this unfold. Like, that's the worst.
Messed up situation.
Yeah. And then most recently, the Jaguars owner released a statement that said, quote, Meyer must regain our trust and respect. Boom. So, Dorjee, what can the Jags do from here on out? What can they do?
Honestly, my honest thoughts, they're 0-4 right now. That's a very bad start. And they just traded arguably like one of their best defensive players in CJ Henderson. And their weakest point as a football team is defense.
Yeah.
I don't see this team winning any games for the rest of the season. I see them going 0-17.
0-17? Okay, that's a pretty bold take.
0-17.
That's a pretty
Unless they somehow beat us this week, which I wouldn't doubt, but
Hey, look, if AJ Brown and Julio Jones are out, I'm not gonna lie, the Jaguars low-key have a chance.
I mean, Derrick Henry kind of goes crazy against Jacksonville, but I mean, yeah, we could see. Honestly, I have them going 0-17, but Trevor Lawrence could win them a game.
Yeah,
because like
he's slowly been getting better. I know people, for some reason, there's a giant anti Trevor Lawrence wave where people just call him a bust immediately. It's like, bro, he's had 3 games. Like,
every rookie QB has been struggling so far. So I mean.
Yeah. Oh, we'll have a video talking about that. I'll be on here with Tay talking about that. But yeah, honestly, I think the only way to fix the situation is to start winning. But like you said,
easier said than done with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah,
I mean, like their offense isn't bad. Like, they have people who can catch the ball. They have Chanot. They have Marvin Jones Jr., I believe he got.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he got picked up. They lost Chark though. He got
Chark
injured.
was a big loss.
And of course they have James Robinson, who like they're kind of using now. After the first 2 weeks, he was like ignored. So
That needs to be on the list, man. He just didn't use James Robinson, and he made him split snaps with Carlos Hyde, bro. Come on, bro. Carlos Hyde, he actually at one point he had more carries than James Robinson did, up until like I think this past week he had more carries than James Robinson. That's criminal. And you know why? It's because Carlos Hyde used to play for Urban Meyer in college.
I did not know that.
I hate this, man. It's like a lot of nepotism going on in the Jags organization. But here's my biggest problem with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Their biggest attention grabber and center of drama is their coach. Like, and you know, a coach it's a very fireable position. You can get rid of that really quickly.
Yeah.
And honestly, if they want to be rid of the drama, right? Like, what else are they really gonna do? Like, that can like change this team significantly. They could try and make some trades, but why would you? I wouldn't trade any.
Trade CJ Henderson for nothing. Like,
they tried to make trades and it didn't work out. I just don't think Urban he's ready to run an NFL team. I don't think he ever really was. There's a lot more press. There's a lot more drama going on when you're losing.
Yeah, I agree on that point. I don't think he's able to catch up on the speed of NFL. Like, he's not like that like adjusted yet after 4 games. So I feel like he kind of rushed into things. Like, honestly, just has been that good from him so far.
Yeah, I mean, it could have even done him good to just, bite the bullet, become an assistant. If you really want to play in the NBA and be successful, be an assistant for a little while and then become a head coach.
Yeah.
But just jumping from he was always on teams that just had so much talent. You didn't need to coach him super hard, You could just kind of skate by in your talent. He's on a team that has a lot of talent, but a lot of talent is not comparable to the NFL's a lot of talent, Yeah,
it's true.
There's just a lot more things that go into running an NFL team, and that comes with the press and the drama and the investigations and like all the journalists trying to be nosy. That stuff doesn't happen in college much because you're winning. It's like, cool, like everything is fixed by winning. But when you're losing and you got stuff like this coming out,
it's bad.
It's not
really bad.
It is not good. Yeah, so basically, I mean, the only 2 options they have: cut Urban Meyer, who it would be a bad look, but I mean, at least you're cutting your losses. Cut Urban Meyer or start winning, which they can't do the latter.
I don't think they'll win a single game this year, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, they might. Like, I'm checking their schedule right now, but honestly, like, especially after like the locker room was not on the best of terms with him, I don't think they'll be able to win a game.
Yeah, and when you got your players laughing at you as a coach, like, he's lost the locker room, man. Once you lose a locker room, honestly, there's almost no going back. You cannot regain it. It is like so difficult. I mean, we've both played on sports teams, right? Like, I'm sure we both had coaches where you just completely checked out at some point and you just don't care anymore, right? That's kind of what these players are going through. Like, I feel for them. And man, I feel for the Jacksonville fans. I feel for Urban's wife. I feel for, man, just this sucks. Like, if you're a Jacksonville fan, man, just you have the bandwagon pass. You can go to any team you want. Go ahead. Come to the Ravens. Come
to Tennessee, man.
We'll treat you right. Don't go to Tennessee.
I know, man.
You lost to the Jets. Don't go to Tennessee, bro. Come to Baltimore. We'll treat you right.
Okay, and as I was checking the schedule, honestly, their best chance is either against the Jets or the Texans. I mean, like, they could be the Texans, but you never know, man.
I'm gonna be honest. After how Zach Wilson balled out against Tennessee, I would not be surprised. I think the Jets are taking that game. Like,
honestly, like, we know like our loss was bad, but like the Jets defense isn't that bad. Honestly, like their pass rush is not bad.
Quinnen Williams carried them, bro. Like he was carrying that deep. He was doing everything for that defense.
Our O line is really bad, right? But like their defense was pressuring Tannehill a lot. So.
Oh, the Titans O line is it's a whole different story, man. Y'all, it sucks, bro. It sucks. But yeah, you know what? Jacksonville fans have a little bit of hope. Laviska Shenault looks good. Trevor Lawrence looks good. He's improving. He started off really, really rocky, but you can tell each game he's definitely improving his decision making. Yeah, he's learning that stuff he can get away with in college. He can't get away with in the NFL. People are, faster, more athletic in the NFL. It's hard to get away with everything. And yeah, look, I think Trevor Lawrence is going to be good despite what Urban's doing, but I would not expect Urban Meyer to go into next season as the head coach of this team. I think they're going to move on. This kind of reminds me of like the Freddie Kitchens in Cleveland situation where everyone thought, this is going to be the next big duo, Freddie Kitchens and Baker Mayfield, but in terms of coach and player. But Freddie Kitchens didn't pan out. They fired him, and then they got better, addition by subtraction, basically. You just keep going so you get a good enough coach. Like, don't settle.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that's all I really got to say on the Jags. They got to fire Urban at this point, right? All right. Well, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for watching. I've been Bert.
I'm Dorjee.
We'll catch you guys next time. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.